Hello.
Hi there, everybody. Wow, it's been a long time.
Hi, Henry.
Hi.
It's been a long time.
Hi, I'm Henry. Glad to meet you.
I'm Rita.
We're glad to meet you all out there, too.
Absolutely. We are back. It's been a long summer. We've been out doing lots of fun things this summer. And we have decided to come back, and we have some things to share with you guys.
We were always coming back. It was just, the summer is busy.
Yeah, it got really busy.
It got real busy.
That's okay.
And, it was good busy.
Yes.
I'm sure some of you all saw a lot of our videos. This past, back around 4th of July, we were down at Disney. We did a camping trip. With our new camper down there.
Yep.
Took the girls down. That was a lot of fun. You saw several videos of that at it. And then you went down on a training research video. Is that what we're going to call it? Or trip?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So you and a couple of the other agents went down and learned a lot down there.
Yes, Heather went. Heather's actually watching right now.
I see that. I saw that over there. She's commenting on
there
your
were
hair.
2 Heathers.
Yes, there were multiple. That made your life a lot easier. If you needed some help, you just said, "Hey, Heather."
That's true. That's true.
I bet it did. So,
that's true. We had a wonderful time. It was a great trip. I can't wait for my next trip with the Heathers.
Very cool. So I'm going to have to, me and a couple of the other agents, me and a couple of the guys are going to start having trips in.
Well, that's fun. Yeah. Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe some of my friends are going down for spring training.
Oh, that would be a great research trip.
Yeah, it would be. It's the last year the Braves are going to be there.
Oh, but still, that would be a great trip because spring training will still be there. It may not be the Braves.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, there's no more spring training?
No one else practices there. Everyone's moved out of Orlando.
Florida?
Out of Orlando.
Oh.
They've gone to the beaches.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, yeah, because my brother, he goes to spring training every year, and they they always stay at Saratoga Springs. And, but they stay at Saratoga Springs. They go to the one at the ESPN Wild World of Sports, but then they branch off and go because Tampa Bay, I think, goes somewhere else.
Yeah. Everyone's somewhere else now.
Chicken burgers.
Yes.
Yes, I have told more people about chicken burgers and that lovely couple that we got to meet that day. That was pretty cool.
I don't know why we don't have chicken burgers here.
We do have chicken burgers right down the road at Chick-fil-A.
I know. I'm going to order me a chicken burger next time I'm in there. The poor folks will be confused. They'll be like, what are you talking about?
They will. Absolutely. So we're going to go ahead and just get started in the news. If you're coming on, please go ahead and share out. Let everybody know that we are back. We do have some changes that we want to share with you. I've got my notes right here, but we'll talk about those kind of with Disney news. So Henry has been doing some research on Disney news for us this week, so we know what's going on around the world. Go ahead.
You mean the last 5 minutes before we... Yes. You know what, though? And like a friend of mine said, who also does a lot of Disney news stuff, there's not a lot. The month of August is actually a pretty quiet month normally for Disney. But there are a couple of things that I did see that was out there. Caribbean Beach Resort is doing a large refurb going on over there, and have been for a while. We knew about that.
Yes, can't wait till it's done.
Yes, exactly. Well, they talked about the restaurants because, well, I like to eat. So I saw that first and foremost. Those y'all have been out to Caribbean Beach Resort before. Shutters is not going to be Shutters anymore. It will be Sebastian's Bistro. So our favorite little crab from
The Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid is going to be running around. Well, I don't know if he can actually run around, but he's going to be there. You'll see him on the walls and stuff, I'm sure. So that will be changing over to be casual dining. But it's not quick service.
Right.
So,
just say casual.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice casual dining over there. And then they're redoing their marketplace. It'll be the Centertown Market. It's going to have kind of a feel of a street feel, kind of like
That's cool.
What I guess you'd imagine whenever you go down to the Caribbeans.
I'm really looking
forward. Not been there
forward.
enough to know.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing it when it's done, because they've put so much time and so much money into this resort that
Yes.
I think it's going to be a great refurbishment.
I mean,
Same thing
probably
with
Coronado.
Coronado.
The two of those are getting some of the largest makeovers in decades.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to hearing about the restaurant at Coronado also, because
one
that's the
gonna be
one
out on the lake?
out on the water.
Yes.
Yeah. That one will be really cool. So we'll keep our ears open for that. So what other news we got going on?
So something that's not park related, but it falls well into my wheelhouse.
Oh.
And
I didn't know he was doing this.
It showed up on Disney News. Is that they announced the release date of the new Star Wars animated TV series.
Okay, hold on. It's the new. I got this. It's the new. Clone Wars.
Resistance.
Oh. Okay.
TV series going to be Star Wars Resistance.
Which one's the live one? There's going to be a
live one, and I'll tell you I don't know the name of it. It's basically replacing Rebels. So Rebels was all back after Clone Wars, before I guess episode 3.
Okay.
And then Resistance looks to be more around episode 7. BB-8's on the front page, video of it, so definitely thing there.
Hey, Taryn.
So big for those of y'all who are going in the next couple of months, and in case you did not know, which if you've talked to us you already know, but in case you did not know for some crazy reason, Halloween is here as of yesterday.
So Disney had their very first Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party this past week. Oh, Tracy, we've missed doing this. We're so glad that we're back. Yeah. Anyway.
It's been a crazy summer.
Yeah. But yeah, so Disney's already had its very first Halloween party.
That's right. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party kicked off in sold out fashion.
I know.
It was cool, for a Halloween party in the middle of August in Orlando, which I'm sure was a nice, comfortable 150 degrees.
Well, I think it's really interesting that it was sold out, because I just assumed it was because all the locals were out. So
it may have been. Who knows?
Yeah.
So let's see, that one. Oh, and the last thing I've got over on the news category is back in October of last year.
Okay.
Disney piloted a new program called a dog-friendly program, where you can actually bring your dogs to hotel rooms.
Did they actually cancel it?
No, they expanded it.
No way.
Yeah. It is.
I had heard that they were going to discontinue it.
Nope.
Well,
nope.
What do you know?
Because, and I don't know what all was there before. Obviously, Fort Wilderness, if you come on the campgrounds, you can always bring your dogs, stuff like that. I don't know where they did all the testing at before that.
Okay.
Off the top of my head, but I do know now that part of the dog program is available at Art of Animation. Let me rephrase this. There are rooms available, not every room. There are rooms available at Art of Animation, Port Orleans Riverside, and the Yacht Club. All have dog-friendly rooms available.
They've had those. Yeah.
Those are the 3 or 4. Okay, so I guess they're saying that they were going to continue it then.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
So that was the, unless I can't read, which is highly possible too. So yeah.
That's great for the dog lovers out there. I have to be honest with you. I need a vacation for my dogs.
Well, honestly, I think what you look at is the folks that are going to be down, that are going more on a casual run of it, or if you've got multi-generations going down.
Sure.
If you've got,
Well, it's great. I know they would allow service dogs anyway. But,
service dogs are always allowed. But, to be able to take your little chimichanga dog with you, and, them to be able to be there, And honestly, if you think of it from the other aspect of it, if you have a well-trained dog, I know for us, whenever we would board our pups, you're talking about $50 to $70 a night, and if you're down there for 7 days, 7, 8, we'll say it to 7 days, that saves you $350.
Well, you still have to pay to take your dog with you to Disney.
Oh, that's right. It's $75 a day. Never mind. I'll retract that statement.
Well, but still, it's worth it. If you want to take your dog with you.
Yes.
So, I know one of the agents from Middle of the Magic Travel, they took theirs down on one of their trips. They took their little, Laurie did.
Oh, yeah?
She took her little dog, and it was a great experience. They have Oh, Tracy says she took her dog down. Yeah, so my understanding from the pictures I've seen is they'll give you little like dog bowls and things like that for your dog.
Oh, that's cool.
And of course, Disney makes it magical.
Of course they do.
So cool. I'm glad they extended it for all those dog lovers out there. And just so you know, those of you who have allergies and things like that, you can request VIP cleans, but you can talk about that with your agent because they'll take care of all that kind of stuff for you.
That's right.
All right, so we want to talk about our summer with you guys. This show will be a little bit short and sweet, but before we get into our summer, just want to make a little programming change. We've decided to do our show 30 minutes later on Sunday night.
That's right.
We just feel like it'll be a little bit easier on us to get everybody settled and ready to go and in bed and be on the show at 9 o'clock.
Our youngest is she's in pre-K.
Pre-K, full-time now.
She's a full-time student now, and that means a little bit of adjustment every now and then. So Sundays have always been difficult to get her towards bed anyways because we're up and just kind of going all day.
Yeah. So we'll start showing up at 9 o'clock instead of 8:30 on your Sunday nights.
That's right.
All right, cool. So let's talk about our Disney summer.
What did we do this summer?
Well, I went to Disney World twice.
And I didn't.
And I'm going back again soon.
And I'm not. Do you see the happiness on this face?
Well, anyway, so we went to Disney. We went as a family once, and then, like you said before, I went with other agents for a research trip, and it really was a research trip. We absolutely 100% researched all new things, and I'll get to that in just a few minutes. But our trip was wonderful. We had a great family vacation. There was research involved in that because we were there the weekend after Toy Story Land opened up. So we basically got to see it brand new, and we got to see all the attractions and ride the attractions and spend a little time over in Toy Story Land. And we have live videos from that we showed up on. Yeah,
you can find them underneath our videos here on Facebook. Not all of them on Facebook.
Did you put some of them on YouTube?
I have a couple of them that were specifically on our YouTube channel. So if you have not liked our YouTube channel, please do. You will see a lot of the ones from Facebook make it over there. But every now and then when I'm out in the parks or I'm out doing something, I'll do just a YouTube one. So follow us there too. Cool.
So we had a really great vacation, and we were making some notes of the things that we had done. And really, what did you think the highlight of our summer, our family vacation was?
Well, for me, it was probably a lot more personal because it was Amelia getting to ride so many rides. Splash Mountain is her favorite ride. She still talks about Splash Mountain right now.
Actually, every day she says, we're going to Disney World tomorrow, right?
Yeah, me and my friends are going to Disney World so I could ride Splash Mountain tomorrow.
Tomorrow. And I'm like, no,
not
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, always tomorrow, never today. We will never wake up and say today is the day. It will always be tomorrow.
So much so, I'm feeling a little guilty for going on a trip in November without her. I've even said to Henry, maybe we should plan a quick trip for fall break with Amelia.
So she can get down there and ride Splash Mountain again. We'll just get 3 fast passes for Splash Mountain every day we're there. Just go there and ride it over.
Can you handle Splash Mountain that much?
No.
I didn't think so.
But that's okay.
We'll have a good time, right?
I'll be on the sidelines going, yay, guys, go!
So the highlight was getting to watch Amelia do all the things that she wanted to do.
Yes, because she was finally that magical 40 inches tall, and she got to ride a ton of rides, and she really enjoyed, I think, every one of them.
Even Tower of Terror, yes.
Yes, I mean, there were, as long as I've noticed, like this summer she became very risk-taking, and as long as she had some kind of control. Probably my biggest remembrance of this summer is actually not at Disney, but is at the back to school bash at church. Whenever she went down a little water slide, you weren't there that night.
I got to see the video though.
Yes, well, seeing it live, because whenever she goes down a slide, it's a regular slide like at our campground or something like that, you see she has her hands on both sides and she's just kind of holding it as she goes sliding down slowly, controlled and all that. And she got on the water slide and there's no holding on, and those eyes went. It was an experience for her. But she got right back. She went and played something else, but later on she was back on it and she rode it another 10 times before we closed it down that night. So.
She definitely is our little daredevil. If she could get on Rock and Roller Coaster, I'm pretty sure she would do it.
Yeah.
At least once.
Yeah, she'll be there. Yeah. So.
Well, my favorite thing from this summer, or at least our family vacation, was the 4th of July fireworks. I have had that on my bucket list, but have never really wanted to necessarily go to Walt Disney World on the 4th of July because I do know that it's very crowded on the 4th of July. And so, I just, my heart didn't want to be in the parks. It just really didn't. Those kinds of crowds are not my thing. But I've always wanted to see the fireworks. And because I'm in the know and I have some experience, I was just kind of like, we can work around this. So we had dinner at the Wave one night at the Contemporary on July 4th. I say one night. On July 4th, we had dinner. And then we went up outside of the Contemporary, up the flights of stairs, and watched the fireworks from there. And it was quite the evening because a storm rolled in and we had to wait an extra hour, but we stayed and had a really good time. It was very nice.
I'm kind of glad the storm came through because a lot of people did not want to wait around for it because they were down there for vacation, probably saw the night before, or maybe not even realized that how different the 4th of July fireworks were versus the other ones. So when we first got into the area we were going to stand at, we were about 3 families back. And by the time it got around to the fireworks, we were on the rail.
Yeah.
So
it was really nice. It was really cool. And I highly, highly recommend taking the time to go see the 4th of July fireworks. It was worth every moment of it. And honestly now, I would probably go to the parks. Or I'd go to the Magic Kingdom, watch it from the Magic Kingdom. No? No,
we're going to get a dessert cruise.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
we did talk about doing the dessert cruise next time for the 4th of July.
Yeah.
So and if you have any questions about what a dessert cruise is, maybe we'll just do some research on that.
That's right.
And we'll bring it back to you.
We'll bring all that information back to you. You'll jump in the time machine and go ahead in the future. Find out, come
or
back.
Heather, maybe that's something we ought to do with our families when we're down there in November. Sorry, honey.
It won't be the 4th of July fireworks.
Oh, that's true. It won't be the 4th of You're right.
I mean, they have doing cruises every night of the week, though. Dessert cruises.
Yeah.
That's always a thing.
Absolutely. All right. So speaking of leaving you out of adventures, I had quite the adventure this summer at Disney.
All right. So I have a small bucket list of Disney things. I'm not nearly as big as her bucket list, but one of those that's definitely on my bucket list is the African trek, behind the scenes trek.
Disney's Wild Africa Trek.
Yeah.
So what that's
on my list.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should apologize again. I'm sorry. So what I did is I went with 3 other agents. Our agency owner at Middle of the Magic Travel, Tracy Elswick, and the 2 Heathers, Heather Wilkerson and Heather. But I'm going to butcher her last name. Oh, I'm so sorry, Heather. Anyway, but we went on the Wild Africa Trek, which is at Animal Kingdom. This is an extra ticketed event tour. It's really a tour where you get to go behind the scenes of the safari, but it's really more than that. And yeah, Tracy just chimed in and said best time ever. It really was the best time ever. I have done other tours at Disney and they were great, but this one stood above the other ones. This was really a wonderful experience. It felt very personalized. I felt special. I felt like I was really being treated. And Tracy, our agency owner who has done Adventures by Disney, said it felt that it was up to that quality. And if you don't know anything about Adventures by Disney is probably the highest.
It's a private tour of wherever you go. Private as in like maybe up to 10 people in a group,
Yeah, so, you're looking at a really intimate time with knowledgeable people. And that's exactly what we got to do for basically 3 hours. Now, you may have seen pictures before, and I'm going to flash some pictures up. So get ready, those who are there with us. Here we are, and what you get to do is you get to stop by the hippo pool, and we got to meet Henry. Henry was one of the hippos.
Oh, you didn't tell me that. That's awesome. Yep. Y'all have something strange attached to your back.
Yes, that was going to keep us from falling off of the cliff. But they brought out a hippopotamus expert, and they talked to us about the hippos and how they feed them and how they live and how they basically don't breed them anymore, things like that. So that was a really, really cool experience. I enjoyed the hippo area. You felt very, very close to them. And let's see. Oh, there I am. That's me. And we got to walk across a bridge that had, it was a rope bridge. And let's see if I've got another picture, I think. Hold on just a second. See if I can pull it up. There we go. You can see the bridge that I was on there. And if you look down there to the left of the picture, you can see the crocodiles that are below me. And that bridge, obviously it has a net underneath it, and I was harnessed in, but there are definitely wide steps. That, for several of us in our group, was a leap of faith. It was facing fears, and it was a lot of fun. I'm going to tell you, when I was walking across that bridge, the smile that was on my face here was even bigger. So it was really an awesome experience. I had so much fun going across that bridge. And then let's pull up another picture. Okay, so there we are at the crocodiles. And if you can see, we're harnessed back in with the crocodiles there. Well, not in with the crocodiles, but at a cliff overlooking the crocodiles. Crocodiles don't really move that much. It was hot outside, and during the summertime, they just sort of sit there. But they did have another expert that came in and talked to us about those crocodiles. We did some hiking and got to do some backstage sort of, I don't want to say backstage stuff, but we got a different vehicle for our safari. So we did sort of take part of the safari ride, but the difference in the vehicle, and this is really cool, this is really neat, is that they stop, they pull over, and you can stand up in the vehicle and you can move around the vehicle and get to see some of the animals that are close by. We got really up close and personal with a giraffe.
Well, that's cool.
So that was cool, and I've got some pictures of that. I'll be doing a blog post on it for Disnerds Life. Yeah, so it was a really awesome experience, and I can't really recommend it enough. My favorite part, though, was definitely being out here at what they called Boma. Boma is the eating place. And part of going out on this safari, this trek, is that you get to go and eat kind of like small bite meal. And it was truly some of the best food that I had all weekend long. We ate at a lot of wonderful places. We ate at Le Cellier. I ate at Akershus. I ate, off the top of my head, Raglan Road, which was a ton of fun. But right here, we got to spend about 30 minutes at this spot and look out onto the savannah. If you can look back to the back right behind Tracy, you can see the flamingos, and we got to see the other safaris go by. But the food here was just absolutely wonderful. It was above and beyond, and I really enjoyed it, and I would honestly go back for the food. But
sounds good.
We had 2 guides. There were 8 of us, 2 guides, and then they brought in the experts for the animals on part of those guides, and they took pictures, and all the pictures were included. And after I saw the pictures, I thought, oh my goodness, those people weren't just guides; they were like professional photographers, because they were excellent pictures. It was just so much fun. Do it. I'm just telling you, talk to your travel planner and do it. It is a great experience.
So what Tracy was talking to you, though, said that was saying on the same par with an Adventures by Disney.
Mm-hmm.
So for those of y'all who, and we kind of briefly touched on it, but Adventures by Disney, and I don't want to get into the whole Adventures by Disney bit of it stuff today, but think of just about anywhere in the world, if you wanted your own private guide to go through the area, that's what Adventures by Disney is. And that's what you got now, is you wanted your own private guide to give you a tour behind the savannah.
Yeah.
And the safari, and that's what you got with it.
Yeah, and if anybody's ever concerned about the how extreme the hiking is or anything like that, we went at the end of July, right before August. It was hot. It was hot that day.
Yeah, look.
And I mean, there were times when I was like, oh yeah, it's definitely hot outside, but I never felt overly exhausted or anything like that. Just made sure I drank plenty of water. They did provide cooling towels for us once we got to our truck for the safari portion.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, that was very nice. Cold water when we went out to the Boma. I never felt overly exerted by any means. So there was a lot of, if you were walking, because there is a mile walk. at a portion of it, but it's broken up. And so you're stopping, you're in the shade,
Gotcha.
Those kinds of things. It was really nice. It was, I feel like anybody could probably do it,
Okay.
no matter what your level is as far as your health, or I don't want to say health, but, I'm not in shape. Let's just put it that way.
All right. So what else did y'all do on your trip?
Well, one new experience. Well, there were several new restaurants that I hadn't eaten at, but one new experience for me for sure was going to dinner with the princesses in Norway at Akershus.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Akershus was, we'd always eaten breakfast there.
Sure.
And so I was
it's an excellent breakfast.
Yeah.
If you want to meet princesses one day, that is a great breakfast to go to.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed dinner. I guess maybe I was a little apprehensive by the menu for our children.
That may be true.
And so don't ever feel that way. I was completely in the wrong, and that's why I try to try new things from time to time.
Sure. Especially
without the kids there. It was wonderful. By far one of the best princess experiences I've had. I would put it, I'm going to say it. I would put it above Cinderella's Royal Table. Cinderella's Royal Table is an experience. It's a great experience, and you should totally do it. You should do it once. But after that, I say go to Norway.
All right. That's fair.
I really enjoyed it. And, if you time it right, you can walk out and you can watch illuminations, my favorite fireworks.
Sure. Good spot right there with it, too.
It's a great spot.
So, I know another first that you had happen
Okay,
while you were
what's
down
that?
there. Slinky Dog.
Oh. Oh, you mean...
You get to walk off of it.
Oh, I did. I walked off Slinky Dog.
First ride you've ever got to walk off of, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, and what we mean by that is that, well, new rides, we had a couple kinks still in it, and...
It happens.
That's just part of it, and, y'all were on the ride, and then you sat there.
Yep, I got a little bit of a sunburn, but that's okay. It was a new experience for me. It was great. It was great, and then
Of course, they took care of y'all.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We got fast passes for it, so
cool.
Yeah, and Slinky Dog was a lot of fun. Oh yes, thank you, Bridget. So we did the after hours event also, and the after hours event is a special ticketed event. It was closed down to anybody. To basically, it felt like everybody else in the world, but it's from 10 until 1 a.m. and you get all the popcorn and all the soda and ice cream that you want. It was a lot of fun. There was nobody there. Now, we did a lot of walking around and looking and all that kind of stuff, less riding, but I guarantee you that if you went in with a plan, which is what we're good at.
Yep.
If you go in with a plan, you can get down almost every attraction that is open. Plus, you get to go in at 7 p.m.
25 attractions were open. So what was not open? Did you notice anything that wasn't open?
Carousel of Progress. there's
no one needs it open at 10 o'clock at night. You don't need air conditioning then.
Yes, we definitely felt like the princesses of the park. That's what Bridget said. Because you do. You feel like you're like the only people there. The only attraction that really ever continued, kept its line, which it was still a short line, was Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Yeah.
But even that one, y'all probably still... You didn't get to walk straight on it, but it was, know... I know that while y'all were down there, I got to watch you live whenever y'all were at that party. Mm-hmm. And you all walked onto Jungle Cruise.
Oh, and that was great. That was probably one of my favorite Jungle Cruise experiences.
And clearly the people had already been sitting there, and the skipper was already in skipper mode.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, we finally got the rest of our folks here. We can go now, and went on from there. So that was super cool to see that part of it.
I would do the after hours party again too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know they
because you can get in at 7?
Yeah, 7.
So you can get in there at 7 o'clock.
And that's the hours are dependent on the time of the year. Some of the other times of the year, if the park closes a little earlier, then they start the party a little bit earlier and things like that. So.
Typically, those nights the fireworks go off a little earlier, also.
Possibly. I'd have to double check that because the fireworks are at 9:15.
I thought maybe that'd be right. So.
Yeah.
But you can still get in. In other words, you can still get in time to be able to go watch the fireworks Maybe go ahead and get a snack or something beforehand if you wanted to, whatnot like that. So, not that you're about to have a ton of snacks, anyways.
I really think it's a great event for families with older children who maybe are kind of done with the Disney. Okay, let's face it. Teenagers, right? They go through this phase. You may raise them on Disney, but they go through this phase where, it's just not as cool as it used to be. The magic just doesn't quite get them anymore.
Sure.
And we all know that they'll figure it out again as the older they get.
Most of them.
Most of them. Yeah, but so they kind of go through this phase where it's like they just want to ride. Ride. And they could care less about the environment around them. They just want to get on Space Mountain. They want to get on Splash Mountain, Thunder Mountain, all that kind of stuff. And so I think it's a great event for that because you can get all that done and you can do it multiple times too.
Yeah.
So didn't they bring out different other characters? Bridget, no, they did not have extra characters out. And that, in my opinion, is where Disney needs to step up their game. With that ticketed event, I'd rather take away the free popcorn and the sodas and ice cream and have the special characters because I wanted to see,
Well, that's one of the things.
the characters from.
We have some folks that are getting ready to go down in October, and they're debating going to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween because they want to see Moana.
Right.
Only place you can see her at right now.
Yeah.
So if it was at a ticketed event, then that adds a little more onto it. Now, my question since then is that. Then you have more kids there. But I guess, that's just something else that they're going to be at. Yeah, I've got 25 attractions open, but I've also got 10 character meet and greets. It pulls even more people out of the lines. So then you can just walk up onto every line.
Yeah. It would be nice, though. Even, honestly, now, I will say this. They did have characters for meet and greets. Like, you could meet Mickey. But you met him in his own his
normal
spot. But there weren't any special characters out like they do for the parties.
Yeah, the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween and for
yes, that's you, Brandy.
Very Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
they have special characters out for them. So
yeah, it's the one missing spot in my opinion. But it's still a great event, still worth it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we had a great time this summer, and you'll hear more about it as time goes on and as we get through our shows. We just kind of wanted to come back and say hi to everybody tonight and let you know that we are back, but at 9 p.m. now on Sundays.
That's right.
And I'm just going to be honest with you, probably the month of July next year, we'll take another break. We'll take a month off.
Yeah.
I think that's a good time for us because things do get a little crazy, and usually, many of you guys know, I have another job too. I'm a school teacher, and so getting back into the swing of school and things like that.
Yep. Do you ready for your trivia for the night?
I am, but we.
Yep. Oh, you got other things.
I do
have
one other thing.
Okay.
One other thing. We are doing a giveaway, and I don't want people to think that we forgot about that because we have had it. People commenting and things like that for a giveaway from Toy Story.
Oh, yes.
So we do have a giveaway, and we are going to do that next week. So make sure that you are sharing out this video. If you will share out the video, if you will like our page, if you will share out our page to your friends, that's going to enter you.
All those ways get you into the party.
So over the course of me traveling to Disney, I've picked up a few things. I've got some Star Wars items. Definitely have some Toy Story Land items. Got some general merchandise that I picked up at the World of Disney down at Disney Springs, and put a little basket together along with a sweet little gift certificate.
Nice.
So we'll tell you more about that as the person gets chosen, but we will pick that person next week. So please make sure that you are sharing out and getting notifications and those types of things.
That's right.
All right, so time for trivia.
Time for your trivia.
Okay, he probably has me trumped. He always does.
I don't know.
I used to be really good at Disney trivia.
I'm trying to actually find ones that just sound interesting. So, whenever Disney was putting together the Rock and Roller Coaster.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Who was the first band they approached?
I knew that's what you were going to ask. And I used to know this.
Uh-oh. She did know it and she doesn't anymore.
Shoot. Okay, can you just give me a hint? Like, is it like an 80s band like Aerosmith?
No, because I don't know when they started.
Okay. Shoot. Does anybody out there know who the Rock and Roller Coaster started with? I knew it wasn't Aerosmith.
No, Aerosmith was number 2.
Was it like a Disney band?
No.
Okay.
No.
Shoot. I don't know. Queen?
No. No, we need a band that we can promote to the family still too.
Well, Queen was... Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only two.
You're telling me Love in an Elevator is promoting to, to families?
I'll plead the 5th.
I miss this show.
There's only 2 characters to their name.
That doesn't help me.
It doesn't?
2 characters.
Nope, not Kiss.
2 well, I was going to say AC/DC, but
That's 4.
But
you're on the right track with lettering.
I don't know who.
U2.
Shut up! I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
U2 is the first band that they approached, and they declined.
Well, yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, I mean, now granted, I really enjoy Aerosmith. I listened to a lot of Aerosmith in the 80s and 90s. You know,
they were the right choice.
They were an excellent choice for it and stuff. But I think I'd probably still go. I want to go on the ride because U2 also.
I love U2, and I love U2 more than I like Aerosmith. But Steven Tyler's voice, when you're getting ready to take off and hearing their music, yeah. So,
yep.
Oh, Misty said, "Good job, Misty. That's awesome." So yeah, I think that Steven Tyler and Aerosmith was the right choice.
No, it's a good choice. So.
Oh yeah, of course. Aerosmith's awesome.
I do too.
They're classic.
Every time I watch Armageddon, that's the whole reason you watch Armageddon.
Do you see me rolling my eyes?
Classic movie.
Sure.
My Little World.
All right. So with that said, we will be back next Sunday. I'm very, very happy to be back. I'm glad to be back into my Disney mode.
You know, at this top of the show, you talked about how it's going to be a shorter video.
Well, it's 36 minutes. We've gone an hour before.
I know. We're supposed to do 45 as our norm and stuff. So, yeah, definitely.
Oh, yes. The intro rocks. That is for sure. Sure.
But yeah, hey, with that being said, I think it was we missed you all. We're glad to be back. So you continue to share out our page and tell other people about us and let them know that at 9:00 on Sunday nights, we will be here and we're just going to have fun. That's the whole goal of our little vlog video. I don't know what Facebook Live is considered in the world of social media people, but it's what we're going to be doing, and we're just here to have fun.
Yep.
So
remember that we are sponsored by Middle of the Magic Travel, and as we always say, it is no surprise, and we do not hide the fact that we are agents for Middle of the Magic Travel, but it is Middle of the Magic Travel who gives us the opportunity to gather all this knowledge and just to have fun and to share out all of our vacation love with you guys.
That's right.
So thank you to them for being our best partner.
That's right.
And if you are looking to book a Disney vacation, you definitely need to look to middleofthemagictravel.com, and you can find an agent there that fits your personality. It could be us, it could be anybody else, because they are wonderful, wonderful people within the agency. So please make sure that you just let them know that you heard from us. Don't hide it, flaunt it. Absolutely.
Right.
So with that said, we will see you. Oh, and please go over to disnerdslife.com because there is a post up from our experience at Toy Story Land. I talk about all my favorite things there and some tips and tricks and things like that.
Cool.
So make sure you're checking that out too. So you guys have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next week, 9 p.m.
Walt Disney World time.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.